Hey everyone, happy Monday to you. Last week I talked about this second most important attribute of high performing teams, the willingness to engage in conflict. And obviously, that's most beneficial when teams trust each other. And that's the first most important attribute of high performing teams. But teams that just don't engage in conflict and they're not willing to engage in these tough conversations, they typically avoid controversial issues. But those issues are the ones that actually sometimes are the most useful, and they allow us to get to better and more innovative solutions. They also spend a lot of unnecessary time and energy just managing interpersonal risk because team members aren't willing to engage in controversial conversations in the midst of everybody. But on the other hand, teams that are willing to engage in conflict, they develop more sustainable, more innovative solutions, and they actually are more confident in a team's capacity, their capability, and their success. Speaking of such teams, last Friday we had our spring Dean's Advisory Council meeting, and I'm so grateful for that team because one, they trust each other. They are willing to give of their time, their expertise, and their experience for the greater good, for the good of our school. And therefore, they're willing to engage in very difficult, challenging conversations around how do we get to the top 25? How do we deal with justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion issues in our school? How do we deal with financial sustainability for the long term? And what does our post-COVID educational operation look like? These are all topics we talked about at length last Friday, and I'm so grateful for that team because they're able to engage in these challenging conversations to get us to better and better solutions. So bottom line, teams that are able to engage and they're willing to involve conflict, they go farther. And to go farther, we have to go together. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you soon.